This is your First Alert 5 weather with Alex O'Brien.
I've been showing this photo all morning long. I think it just really sets the tone for the day. It's fall. We have some beautiful colors already. The leaves are turning, and unfortunately, some of the wind today will strip the leaves off of the trees, especially in the mountains where they've already reached their peak intensity and they're starting to dry out and really die out in general. Now, the reason why we have strong winds heading to our region is because a jet stream will start to move overhead. We'll have a westerly, northwesterly wind at the top of the atmosphere. As we warm up through the afternoon, those winds will start to sink down towards the lower elevations, and we will start to feel those. So right now, some of our highest terrain can be picked out on our wind gust map. So you'll notice areas like just to the west of Salida. This is our Collegiate Peaks, the Sangre de Cristos, the Wet Mountains, and the Pikes Peak region, all seeing those strong wind gusts so far, but down in the lower elevations, not quite yet. But as the morning progresses, as we heat up during the day, those winds filter down towards the lower elevations, and we will get very breezy this afternoon. So here's about lunchtime. In the red and brown hues, that's gusts up to 40-50 miles per hour. In the eastern plains, we really won't get the strongest gusts until later this evening when a cold front comes in. That will bring us more of a northerly wind direction and bring us some cooler air heading into Monday. But the front is not really the main show. It's just the jet stream winds that are so relentless all day long. So we do have fire danger today due to the winds and low humidity. We'll have a red flag warning from 10 to 9. Again, that humidity very low, and it's the wind gusts today that really make this a critical fire danger day. And new this morning, fire weather watch in place on Monday. Here's our red flag warnings. Again, it encompasses our entire region. By tomorrow, that's where our fire weather watches are in place. It's covering less of our area. When we have a westerly wind at the jet stream, it will flow over the mountains and gain speed as they move downhill. As they move downhill, they'll dry out, they'll warm up, and that will leave us here on the plains with warm conditions and a risk of fire danger. So any new or existing fires today can spread rapidly under these weather conditions. It's 53 degrees right now in Colorado Springs, and our camera here at KOAA Studios is starting to bounce a little bit. So I do think those wind gusts are starting to pick up already. Right now in Pueblo, all things do look calm so far from our sky camera here. It's 49 degrees. Now this afternoon, we will see temperatures quite warm, about 10 degrees above average, 78 in the Springs, 83 for Pueblo. And across the region, we've got 80s in the eastern plains, 70s and 80s up and down I-25, mostly 60s into our mountainous zones, and they will feel the front first, so that's why we are a little cooler today in the higher terrain. Now, in terms of next week, we'll see warm conditions in general above average Monday through Wednesday. Then we're below average Thursday as our next front comes in Wednesday night. For Pueblo, a dry week ahead, quite comfortable with temperatures through Wednesday, and then we're getting a little chilly on Thursday. Not looking at a freeze in the next 7 days. Canyon City, 80 today and very windy. Staying breezy for a couple days next week, especially on Wednesday when our next front comes in and cools us off to the 60s. For Woodland Park, we'll stay in the 60s and 70s through Wednesday. Chilly on Thursday in the 50s, but unfortunately staying dry again with this next system.